Good morning. So today's Friday, the last day of the week in the life of a game developer. So yeah, So I'm freshly shaved for you today. Look at that. Fresh for you. It's amazing how old and raggedy it makes you look when you haven't shaved for a while. Yeah. I'm the type of person who doesn't shave every day. I probably should. I just have games to make and stuff to work on and stuff I'd rather do than shave, to be honest. So, yeah, that's right. Alright, so, So I showed you some Planet Crashers stuff yesterday, which is very cool. Milestones come together nicely for that today. We have 2 floors of the underground area finished up and all linked up with enemies roaming around and all that business. So that looks really good. And you can, access it from the planet surface and then also get back onto the planet surface. So that's all working. So yeah, pretty cool. And you can jump to another planet. The other planet is like a cheese planet. So you can jump to that and back and stuff. So yeah, it's pretty cool. It's a nice little nice milestone. It's making some good progress in that game, so that's cool. Liking it. I'm definitely going to get some more Mutant Mods in today, for sure. I had the questions already figured out, written for Corby at Nintendo Life, so I'm going to go over that one more time and then send that off to him. Usually actually I get questionnaires and stuff finished really quickly and send it right back, but this week's been kind of crazy with Planet Crashers and all the rest of it going on. Actually, doing these videos takes quite some time as well, even though it's only 15 minutes of me waffling about stuff. Then I have to kind of process it and get it all figured out and then upload it and all that hoo-ha, and that takes a while. So anyway, but it's all worth it. I'm not complaining. I'm not. It's all worth it. But you. Yeah. I would show you my desk, but it's such a mess right now. But I will show you something, which is pretty cool. A little glimpse. What do you think that is? What could that be? I don't know. Bonus points for those who can figure out what that is. I bet you can. Yeah. So yeah. We may actually. It's possible we'll probably submit Face Racers to Nintendo maybe on Monday. Next week. It's really, really close. We probably could do it today, but because we have a few more bugs kind of left to figure out. Sometimes a bug can get fixed like that, boom, you're done. Sometimes it can take days to figure out what it is, especially with networking online stuff. That's really complicated and it needs to be solid, rock solid, so when you play it, it doesn't fleek out on you. So yeah, but we're really close. That's cool, really cool. Actually, I guess I haven't spoke much about Face Racers this week. I guess because it's in Bugsville, it's not so much in my mind as far as a game, because I'm focusing on Planet Crashers and Mutant Mods. But Face Racers really came together really well. Let me give you a quick lowdown of what's in the game, shall I? Yeah. It's so it's got I haven't played for so long, I can't even remember. Oh my gosh. So there's obviously a Championship Tour mode. I don't even know if it's called that in the game. I haven't looked at it for so long. It's ridiculous. Championship Tour, Championship Cup, World Tour, whatever, same difference. That's the main mode, single player mode that you play, and there are 4 cups, I think. Yes, there are 4 cups, and each cup has 4 tracks. Yeah, because it's 16, right? Yeah, so there's 16 tracks. Yeah. So I'm totally doing this off memory because I haven't played it in that way for a while. I've loaded it to make sure it works, and then we upload it to Majesco, but I haven't. Anyway, whatever. So yeah, so that's cool. Championship Tour mode. There are 4 tours. The first tour is open when you first start the game, so there are 4 tracks there. And the way the tracks are is they kind of start off and they're pretty short, like 30-second laps. They're pretty short, and then each tour after that has 4 new tracks in each tour. But then each tour, the tracks inside it kind of get a little bit more complicated, a little bit longer, a little bit more kind of involved. So as you get to the last tour, the last 4 tracks, they're a lot bigger and a lot more kind of just different. So it kind of has a curve in that regard across the tours, which is kind of fun. And then the AI itself gets more capable as you go through the different tours. So that's cool. And there's multiplayer, local and internet. up to 4 players, and battle mode as well. Obviously single player against AI bots, or online against human opponents. There's time trial, of course. So that's all kind of the basics. And then the cool thing, the thing I like about Face Racers is I realize the name is cheesy, and you know, and it definitely has a casual kind of air about it, and that's cool, you know. But I think what's really cool about it is that, you know, you can customize your own little avatar and your own car. So the avatar, you take, you know, 4 photos of your face for different emotions, you know, happy, sad, mad, up, you know, normal, happy, mad, and upset. And they're used depending on what's going on. If you get hit by a missile, you show your mad face and stuff like that. If you win the race, you show your happy face. And then you can choose your hair style. So you can be bald, or you can have, you know, whatever, spiky hair, you know, parted hair. There's male hair, there's female hair, there are hats, there's all kinds of stuff you can put on top of your head, and then you can adjust the color of that. You can pick whatever color you want that to be. The skin color is pretty neat. It's actually chosen from your skin. So you take a photo of your face, and then to set the skin color is you just you do a little eyedropper on your face. You figure out what color you want to represent your skin from the photo that you took, which is cool. And what that is used for is the color of your head, because the photo is just mapped onto the front of your face in the game. So to have that to blend to your color of your head, you want to pick a skin color that kind of matches really kind of the edge of the photo you took. So then it blends seamlessly to the rest of your head, and then you slap, you know, the stuff on top. It works really well. I like it. It really is. It's a really neat effect. And what we do is we add a little kind of blend mask on top of the photo you take that blends it to that color. So you don't get this kind of harsh cutout photo line. It works out quite nice. You can pick glasses, t-shirt, you know, that kind of stuff. All of those, you can choose different colors and textures and designs and so on. So that's really cool. And then the car, there are like, is it 4 different car types or 6? Gosh, I can't remember. I don't know. God, see, I haven't played it for so long that way, I don't even know. Whatever, 4 or 6, something like that. Different body types, from like a cool little kind of speedster kind of cart kind of things to big kind of truck type things, and everything in between. So you can pick your body type, you know, the different texture, the color, car body type, and then later on you can get kind of add-ons, bolt-ons, or what you want to call it, upgrades. And they're just aesthetic though; they don't change the handling of the car. But each body type does have different handling, so you choose that at the beginning. So obviously a truck is maybe has a higher top speed, but the handling isn't as good as like a smaller kind of speedier little car, whatever. And yeah, so you can have, you know, a big old engine sticking out the front, or you can pick, you know, different kind of wheels that are kind of bigger or thinner or whatever. You know, you can have, you know, kind of roll bars on the back of the truck and stuff like that, and front grills, back grills, spoilers, blah, all kinds of stuff. It's really quite cool. There's all kinds of stuff you can pick, and they're all unlocked as you unlock the different tours and stuff. And it's all just aesthetic. It's just, you know, just customization, just so you can have fun with your little guy. And if you play against a friend online and you give permission to do so, you can share those things that you've created with each other if you're friends, and give each other permission. But if it's just an anonymous race, then they won't see your stuff, just as kind of security for protection for weirdos that are out there that may try and do stuff. So yeah, it's pretty cool, man. It really is. So I think the customization of it's really neat. It's just cool to have you in the game. Or I guess you could take photos of anything, you know. I mean, famous people, I guess, whatever, you know. I mean, but what I like about it is, you know, you can take photos of all of your family. There are like 6 profile slots for avatars and for cars in the game. So you can have everyone in your family, or at least 6 people of your family, all in there. And what's cool is when you race, you know, you may have an AI opponent thrown in there, you may have a family member thrown in there, you're racing against them if you're just doing single player. So it's pretty cool. It's neat. And actually in the game by default, unless this changes of course, which is possible and understandable, is right now a bunch of team members are actually the AI people in the game, which is pretty funny and a little bit disturbing as well, you know, to be honest. So I'm in there, Greg's in there, Bob and Andrew and then some other lovely ladies. Who are these ladies? I don't know, but they're lovely. So yes, Space Racers is cool. So anyway, so that's going to be hopefully submitted next week. Hopefully out in September-ish. We'll see. But very cool. Anyway, yeah, so that's Space Racers nearly done. Planet Crashers and Milestones looking great. Mutant Mudds, going to do some more on that. I'm going to be spending probably the plan is to kind of get Mutant Mudds wrapped up for internally for us. Kind of mid-August-ish, and then from there on out we'll kind of get all the bugs figured out, and then hopefully have it submitted. And the hope is to have the game released, November or December of this year. But we'll have to see. What's nice, what's good and bad depending on how you look at it. But I think it's good. In the long run, it is good. We'll just make sure the game is right before we'll submit it to Nintendo. Not only just bug-wise and all that kind of stuff, but just obviously quality-wise. We're going to make all these levels, and make them queue, and then and then once we're happy with it, then we'll submit it to Nintendo. So I want it to be out this year. I want it to be out. People seem interested in it, which is cool. I think it'll be nice to get it out this year, just so it's in the early releases of the eShop, as far as original games made specifically for the eShop. So it'd be nice, but so we'll see how it goes. So that's the plan anyway. That's the plan. Yeah. Yes, and we'll have that announcement next week for the other game that we're kicking around, which is cool. We're working on some of the key art for that today. Greg will probably be chatting about that later on today, so that's cool. And that'll be announced on a few websites next week, which will be very exciting. Hopefully we'll get some interest from that. And yeah, so cool. Alright, yes, I have my Dr. Pepper sitting there, and I'm going to take a swig of that in a moment and enjoy the caffeine of that drink. And the flavour is good too. So yeah, alright, cool. Well, thanks for sticking by this week. If you have watched all 5 of these videos, I appreciate that. I hope you enjoyed it. I just thought I'd do it. I don't know if it's been that interesting or informative, honestly. It probably could have been better, but whatever. It's just me starting off in the morning, doing 15 minutes of waffleness, and hopefully you guys, get something out of it. Entertainment. If not anything informative, maybe. If not educational, hopefully it's entertaining. Maybe. How can you not be entertained by something like this? This is from Zombies on the Phone. Scar Studios. Good guys. I saw them at E3 actually. Good guys. He gave me this. It's fun. That's entertainment right there. Look at that. And what's he sitting on top of? Ba-ding! Oh, ba-ding! There we go. Ba-ding! A little bit of what's in there? It's a mystery. No one knows. So that's on the front. All right. Take care, guys. I'll see you next time. All right. Bye.